Hi everyone, it's Anka Martolog, founder of Patience Magnet System from patienceMagnet.com. And in this video I'd like to talk to you about tonality and voice on video. If you're gonna spend a lot of time on video or doing teleseminars and webinars, basically use the internet to market or to grow your practice, then you need to pay a lot of attention to tonality, because on video, just like face to face, tonality makes up for about 38% of how others perceive you. On the phone, as in on a teleseminar or a webinar, it makes up to 80%, so even more. So you need to pay, it's kind of important. Where body language makes up about 55%, and the words that you actually say, only 7%. And if you don't believe me, I have a small demonstration for you. Imagine your romantic significant other says to you, "I love you." They said all the right words, but would you believe them? No, because their words are incongruent with their body language. So your tonality has to be congruent with what you're saying. So start paying attention to it. And the best and the fastest way is using something that I call musical notes. For example, this is saying voice going down. With the going, with the second level, is where you normally are at. Not like voice going down, because that's kind of freaky, right? This is my normal level, and then go voice going down. So why do we need to do that? You see, in North America, when we talk, our voices tend to go up, especially when we ask a question. Isn't that true? Versus if I said, in North America, our voice tends to go up. Isn't that true? When you ask a question where your voice goes up, you might amount to a response that is not favorable to what you expect from your audience. And sometimes it might be no. Where if your voice goes down, you demand a response when you're asking. So it is more powerful, because ultimately you're going to be using video and teleseminars and everything else to persuade your audience to sign up to your programs, be it in the office or online. So you will want them to sign up to you and say yes to you. So I recommend you, whenever you have some time, when you're alone or when you're driving, practice this voice going down by choosing 3 or 4 words and saying, for example, take this action, do this now. This is going to be very useful for you later on when you're going to sell your programs online and enroll your patients or your prospects in your courses. And now I'd like to share with you a tip about the voice warm-up. Warming up your vocal cords before you start speaking. And this is before you give a talk or a speech, before you do a teleseminar, as well as on video. And I learned this from a voice coach. So like many of you, before you want to do something like video or a teleseminar, I go to the washroom. So from the washroom all the way to my video corner here, I practice, I work on my vocal cords. And the way I do it is by enunciating the vowels, like this. La la li, la la lu. I make it like a little song, right? A, e, I, o, u, something like that, right? Like a monkey. And then if you want to take your tonality a step down, a tone down, I imagine, and this is what I learned from another coach, I imagine there's this popcorn in the air and I'm going after it. Like, for example, I'm going like and then right away my tonality goes 1 step lower. See? So you don't have to do everything at once, because it's a little bit overwhelming, but start with your voice warm-up with the a, e, I, o, u, la la lu, la la li, and then go after the popcorn, because that's kind of easy to remember. And then in your spare time, go the voice going down. Okay? Go use this stuff and come back here later on and leave me a comment. I want to know how you're doing.